Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. We're back for some more Ludum Dare, or I guess I should be calling it Ludum Dare, game jamification stuff here today. Someone finally explained to me how the name thing works, and that it's not just people calling it Dare instead of Dare, just because they want to. It's Latin or something, so I learned a thing the other day. And so today we're checking out a couple of games before the voting ends. Voting for this particular Ludum Dare, Ludum Dare. I'm calling it Ludum Dare because that Dare still sounds weird in my brain. The voting ends in 20 hours. So this will probably go up when it's got like 10 or something left. And then we'll see the winners. And then after that, I will probably check out the winners in both the compo and the jam entries so that we can see what they did and how sweet and awesome they are. And then maybe a couple more episodes of just general games, just to round things off at a nice number. So today we're checking out first Devil's Hand, and this was created by Ronnie Silva, or Kupu, as a part of Ludum Dare 35, and this was a jam entry. And this is a bit of a kind of like 2.5D Doom shooter that has more of the 3D instead of just the 2.5D. So we just, excuse me, a little congested. We just run around and we shoot enemies in their glowing eyeballs or whatever, and that's their weak point. And then we have different transmogrifying, shape-shifting powers that allow us to murder them so deliciously good. So we spawn in here, inside of a mystery room, full of these pixely walls, and all we have is this magical gauntlet that's very demonic, has a little demonic rune on it, and we use it to kill this guy. I think his name was Floyd before he got transmogrified, but you know, that's what these demonic technology test chambers are for. We put the goo in here and do the things. And that, in a nutshell, is, well, what Devil's Hand is all about. You traverse through these different levels, and you use your weird demon magic to murder things. Your delicious murder powers. Can't jump though, so you just gotta deal with whatever presents itself to you. And also, you need to know to dodge the stuff with the things, or else you'll get murdered. And that's basically it. You got little power-ups where you can get more health, or you can refill your ammunition. All that stuff is great. And then more enemies will come to say hi to you. Oh, hello everyone. Did you come to give Larry his welcoming party? I know you have like these weird eyeballs that with the doom lasers. I know, they're great. Did you buy those at Radio Shack? Because they're really spiffy. They really are. And then so basically you kill everybody in each level. You get any health you might need. Not that it matters, because this teleporter is going to give me all of my health and ammo back. And then occasionally you get new powers, like now I've got this purple power, and this is a machine gun, which is really good at dispatching these multi-eyed hooligans. And conserving your ammunition is probably a good idea, like any kind of Doom-esque game where it's 2.5D, because, well, ammo is not exactly free. You know, I gotta put that down on my taxes, and then, like, you gotta tell everybody why you spent so much demonic energy last week on the demon phone bill. It's all these weird questions that I'm not always comfortable answering as I rip through these. I'm not sure if these are demons or just straight-up monsters. They could also be like interdimensional creatures. That was always my favorite alternative to demons. Like the alternative being like, instead of being like biblical, they're just from another plane of reality that like blends into the fourth dimension and touches people in weird places that they're not always comfortable discussing. So far, I do like it. I mean, it's almost something. Wait, where did that shot come from? Who's shooting at me? Someone over there? Okay, that's weird. So this is an interesting game in that it's got all the hallmarks of a classic 2.5D shooter, but the difference is that you've got like this lovely lighting going on from the Unity engine, and this is like shiny. It's all, I don't know, it's almost sacrilege to have such a beautiful Doom game. It's weird, but I like it. I like it a lot. Now, the thing that I'm kind of stuck on currently is simply that, I don't know, it's like there's something missing from it. Now, the term is shapeshifting, and I don't know what the tie-in here is. I guess our powers change. We have a different sets of different guns and weapons, and I can get behind that. But I always look at these games as to how they can evolve and go into the wider world as a finished product. And this game's solid. It feels like a fully fledged Doom game, or a 2.5 3D shooter. So it's probably not fair to just refer to everything as a Doom game in that genre. But at the same time, I feel like we could definitely go with this transforming power that we have. We have this power glove. Perhaps we're an ancient knight who's been transported to an alternate dimension of weird eldritch science, and then this gauntlet gives us powers that we can then use to fight them, but it also like transforms our body. Oh, here we go. Here's the mortar round. That's like one big murder blast. This one's actually pretty nice. I can just one-shot people. Yay, everyone's dream. I'll get you get a one-shot, and where's your friend Bill? Bill, is that you? You guys don't need one-shotting. You're like weird blob demons. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do me like that, blob demons? So you gotta like literally transform and use very different feeling powers in order to accomplish different puzzles, obstacles, and enemies. And then I think you'd be off to a good start. And perhaps some of these creatures were people, I should say, and you have to sort of unlock them. Or not unlock them, but like they transform at odd points. Kind of like the people creatures in those Guyver movies that used to be on Sci-Fi Channel. I'd be all down to clown with some of that weirdness. Now, I remember this part of the level was a little bit funky fiddly in how you get through it. Either or, I kind of like it. I mean, I just feel like the powers felt more transformy. They did something to you, and that there was just a little bit more danger and differentiation in the creatures. Now, again, I mean, it's a game jam. You had 48 to 72 hours to do it. In this case, 72. And I understand you can't make a whole host of, like, custom weird monster sets in that limited span of time. Wait. Oh, the demons are here. Hello, demons. Why would you do that? So I think some of these creatures shoot different types of bullets and stuff. But yeah, again, I just feel like you kind of broaden up the weapon sets to feel more like magic, like evil eldritch magic. And then like, you made the demons feel like more heinous monstrosities. Oh, hello, friend. And you'd be good to go. I like these guys. The design for these one-eyed Gorgatrons is great. And also whatever that guy is. He's just kind of like an observer. A doomsday observer. Alright, there's gonna be some sauce up here, I know it. Hello? Saucy demons, is that— oh, hello. Hello, friend. Must you do that stuff to my backside? That's kind of rude, don't you think? But yeah, more like demonic weapons, ancient powers that you can unlock, and maybe like a mystery. Not like a super in-depth story if you don't want it, but like a subtle little mystery that can keep you moving along would be great. Now, do I get one more power? I feel like I need one more power. No? Just more test tubes? Is this where I get probed? The coupon said free probing on Sundays. Probing? No? Okay. Well, good job, Kupu. I like this. Just add all that crazy stuff, and you have a full game on your hands. You could sell that on the Steams. Definitely. So yeah, toodles everybody, yeah, good job. I'm not tootling out just yet. I'm already in like record mode to do the stuff with the things. Alright, for the next game up on the 2-game docket, we have Ghostbird, which is a compo game by Torcado, And it's a game about, it's a ghost bird. And it's sleeping, and it wakes up in this mysterious world and has to go out into the wilds and find its way in the world. And of the games I was checking out to preview this evening, first off, most of them were broken for some reason. I've been having a heck of a time with the Unity web player lately. But I was interested in this weird sort of graphical setup where, as you wander around as this cute little duck bird, the environment kind of fades around you, sort of like that Torchlight game, or no, it was a roguelite that was made during a previous game jam on the interwebs. And then it kind of fades into shadows and it kind of warps your reality of what's going on at the periphery of your vision. And I thought that was kind of an interesting little touch that kind of jazzes up an otherwise very simple and standard set of graphics. So our little mission here today is we need to wander around this world, finding these mysterious buttons that tell us that something in the world has changed, and then somewhere out there, over the rainbow, we will get access to magical bird powers. Which are the floopin' best? Oh hey, we're in a little meadow. I didn't see you before, Mr. Meadow. I'm looking for magic. Do you know where the magic is? Do you have the magic in you? I hope you do, because I want to do bird things. So I'm guessing that the shape-shifting is kind of a multifaceted thing with this game. First off, that's a dead end. We've got the bird that changes via, like, these power-up upgrades. And then I hit the spike ceiling, puffed into a bunch of feathers. And then we also have the graphics themselves, which kind of look like they transmogrify around the environment when you wander around looking for this button. Something has changed outside. Now, the one thing I can say right off the bat is I've played a lot of games in the past, and I mean, this game does an okay job about making your pathway somewhat immediately available, like, oh yeah, here we go. There's this tree here. We hop up on this tree and do a thing somewhere over the rainbow where stars are blue. But the other thing is, you always got to be really careful when you don't actually give people a direct line of, like, information when you, like, press a button or click on something, because that's like mystery meat. And I played games like Hexen, Beyond Heretic. I don't know if you guys have ever played that game. It's a game... What was that game about? It was kind of like a Doom game, but more like a medieval version of that. And, whoops, your whole goal was, like, you wandered through different dimensions of hell and demon lordship beyond in order to try and, like, destroy something or other. The trouble with that game was you'd unhook a latch in, like, one of, like, a 17 flippin' levels, and then you just wouldn't... Can I not get up? Alright, the jump button doesn't want to do the thing on that slanted terrain for some reason. But in Hexen, it would be like a door somewhere has opened, and you've got like a bajillion levels, and God knows where that door was. So, I mean, giving people some direction so they don't feel super lost, because that can just be the most tormentingest thing. Oh, cool, we have a little slow fall mechanic now. I guess we have to mash the up button as we fly around. That's gonna be tricky, I feel. So, usually when you do, like, a gliding mechanic, you kind of press and hold a button. I think, what's a character that I played recently that did that? You know what, maybe I go to the front of this area for this ability. There was, like, that long jump off to the side when I first checked this game out. What was it? Mercy in Overwatch, which is a game that's in open beta right now. Whoops. I exploded. She got angel wings and she keeps people alive with a scepter. And she can fly to people. Oh no, that is not where I go. She can fly to people, and when she flies, if she's trying to, like, glide onto a platform or something so she doesn't get murdered, you just hold space and then it glides you down gently. Having to constantly push up on a button to maintain a glide is a little awkward when you're trying to do platforming. So maybe just have it where you jump up once, and then you hold the up button so that it glides you. That would make a little bit more sense in my book. Now, that might just be my YouTuber talking, because sometimes when you're trying to talk and move and platform, an extra funky control... Ooh, okay. That got real fast. Holy smoles. You can get some wires crossed when you do that. Like, either the talkie doesn't happen or the talkie happens poorly, and then you get murdered by spikes, like that. So I'm going to try and concentrate real good and not get murdered. Yay, I did the thing. I also am noticing that as I kind of... Oh. Okay, there's like a button. Oh, you can control the silhouette of what's happening around you. Oh, is that intentional? Is that... Okay. Oh. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's like an FOV control. That's different. So you can control the periphery of your little bubble. One thing I can certainly say is that it is a little headache-inducing as you sort of move around with your little birdie friend. And the little wiggle wobbles on the edge where you're trying to see where you're about to go kind of messes with you ever so slightly. Huh. But yeah, it kind of gives me a headache when I look at the edge of the graphics. That's what I'm trying to word right now, as I try to glide my way through all these doomsday spikes. So I like what's going on here. I can certainly say that, Torcado. I'm not feeling very ghostly, though, is my main issue. Like, I don't know. I always kind of feel like if you're gonna go with something like magic or ghosts or ghouls or goblins, that you should really upplay it as much as you can and enjoy, like, the setting and the time. Like, maybe we're someone's lost pet and our soul is trying to find our way back to little Timmy or something. And then, like, the viewport being small is just sort of how ghosts inhabit and experience the world. I don't know if I'm pretty close to that or not. I'm probably way off, but it's an interesting concept to think about. And when I think about these games, I think about, like, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver games, which was this vampire general guy. That is a clutch maneuver there. That is a little bit crazy. These controls are not exact enough, and this is the post-compo version of the game that's had some slight refinement, and it's tormenting me. But, you know, he wandered around, and, like, the spirit world was very different from the living world, where you could jump back and forth between the two. And so, like, just a little bit spiritiness would be sweet. Like, we got this little shimmer, like the Bionic Man, where it goes, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. But, yeah. And I'm feeling like the controls are just, they could be a little bit more delicate, and there could be some sounds, but again, you know, this is the situation with a compo version of a game where you had so much time to do the thing, and you just didn't have enough time to add the thingamaboppers. And this game, I don't know, it feels like it's missing a little bit of something here, a little bit of something there, and then you could probably do something with it, get it some setting, get it some crazy bird powers, like you're transmogrifying Ghost or something. I think you'd be good, really. Gosh, this is like a ridiculously high clutch maneuver. I'm having trouble controlling this in a way that, like, doesn't fling me into spikes. You can't be so... Man, just, like, really... Let me just open up this thing so I can see. Oh, there's, like, a weird FOV thing happening, though. Like, the whole screen kind of, like, waves. But yeah, just like a little bit of those little refinements to make everything kind of niche together real nice. I think you got something pretty sweet going on over here. Am I supposed to get over to the other side of that? Is that maybe my problem? I don't know. It's a long jump away. Long way away. But yeah, I like the concept of, like, a ghost bird going through stuff. But I don't know. I'm not feeling very shapeshifty, and it kind of just needs a little something to really give it its own little place. So that's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. For more Ludum Dare 35 action. Well done, Kupu and Torcado. These games are tasty and definitely unique to themselves. Like, I have not quite experienced how the graphics fade in and out with little low poly triangles and shaders and stuff. So that's cool. And this will be the last video that I make before the Ludum Dare 35, Ludum Dare 35 voting period has ended. After that, there's probably like 10 hours left, so be sure to vote on these games if you want to or can. And after that, I'm going to do, well, after the voting's over, I'm going to do an episode where I talk about the winners and congratulate them and analyze how they won and what cool stuff that they did. And then I'll probably do a few more showcase videos with some more games, because there's like 300 of them in my inbox, and I want to do some more of them. Because I feel that's fair. You guys worked really hard on these. Larry should work really hard to make some showcase videos. So hopefully you enjoy this stuff. The links are in the description. I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys and gals next time. Toodles, everybody.